went to the
No,
opposite one.
before you leave tonight, make sure, because I'm gonna be gone for a few days, and I wanna get that to Dylan so that I can go get that. I was gonna call you, but I was purposely not calling anybody today.
Yeah, my phone was, you wouldn't believe how much stuff I got the other day.
Yeah, his mom was.
I did not talk city business at all until you called me. Okay, I don't think it's 7 yet, that's why I'm waiting.
She got kicked out.
I have 6:59 on my phone.
We'll just let you know, we're
Her and her mom.
Okay, so I should quit talking?
Biological father. She's giving you.
All right, I have 7 o'clock, we'll call the meeting to order and start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Teresa, please take the roll.
Okay, Mayor Jones.
Here.
Keel.
Here.
Carlson. Here. Bowen.
Here.
Horacek.
Here.
Mattson. Here. And Schilling.
Here.
All right, do we have any additions or actions on the agenda for tonight's meeting?
Make a motion to approve tonight's agenda as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. Schilling.
Yes.
Horacek.
Yes.
Keel.
Yes.
Bowen.
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
Carlson.
Yes.
All right, how about the minutes from the regular meeting in January 1/6/2026?
Motion to approve regular meeting minutes 1/6/2026.
Second. Yeah, you got it, Keith.
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. Carlson.
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
Bowen.
Yes.
Keel.
Yes.
Horacek.
Yes.
Schilling.
Yes.
How about the special meeting from 1/13?
Motion to approve meeting minutes, special meeting minutes from 1/13/26.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. Schilling.
Yes.
Horacek.
Yes.
Keel.
Yes.
Bowen.
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
Carlson.
Yes.
How about the bills that are submitted? Any action?
Motion to approve bills as submitted.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. Schilling.
Yes.
Horacek.
Yes.
Keel.
Yes.
Bowen.
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
Carlson.
Yes.
All right, at the first, or one of the first meetings of the year, we are required by codified law to discuss and review the open meeting laws of South Dakota. That review mainly is that the council has been advised and received the documents, and I would ask that you review them and take heed of them. How's that sound? That's the word I was looking for. Anything else I should add, Teresa?
No, just if anybody has any questions. I think you're all aware that, you know, the 4 you makes a quorum, so even when you're out in the public, you know, you can't talk about city business on the quorum. And then one thing we talked about last year, just remember it also includes social media too. So, you know, if somebody's throwing something out there on social media, don't respond. And just like when I give you my weekly updates too, and you guys all know this too, you don't reply all or respond to it, just take it as an FYI information. And if you have any questions directly for me, just put a direct email to me or anybody. So we don't want to have any kind of business or public discussion, you know, or city business discussion with more than 4 people. So that's pretty much the gist of it.
All right. Anybody have any questions?
Thank you for keeping us on track with that. Frequent reminders are helpful.
I think we did it last year in July because it went into effect.
That's what it
in
went in
July.
effect, yeah, we did July, but then
And so
we need to do it
typically
yearly. So
now
I'm
we
just
try
putting
to
it on
do
the
it first.
agenda, beginning of the year. Good reminder then, Adrian.
I read it. I read most of it, let's just say that. It was lengthy. All right, public comment, anything from the public not on the agenda? You guys are already, we know what you're here to talk about. Doesn't look like there's anybody else here. We'll move down to applications, agreements, hearings, resolutions, ordinances. First up, second reading of Ordinance 768. This is to amend the subdivision regulations. We approved first reading at the first meeting of the month. No changes to the second reading.
Correct. No changes.
Any action from the council?
Make a motion to approve the second reading of ordinance 768 as recommended by the P and Z board.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. Carlson?
Yes.
Mattson?
Yes.
Bowen?
Yes.
Keel?
Yes.
Horacek?
Yes.
Schilling?
Yes.
Next up, second reading of ordinance 769. This is our supplemental appropriation for 2025. Going so fast, I can't get to the next one quick enough.
There's just been a couple minor changes. It was just $2 amounts in a couple line items. After going through the bills and more bills came in, basically we had to increase $30,000 in our water fund. And then there was an additional $720 that came in from ISG on the water study, so that is kind of for the increase in that.
All right. So would that need to be
Otherwise, all the other amounts stay the same.
approved with the adjustments?
Yes, yes. And then that's reflected in the ordinance, so.
Okay. All right. Any action from the council on this one?
Motion to approve ordinance 769 with
Second.
adjustments.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. Schilling?
Yes.
Horacek?
Yes.
Keel?
Yes.
Bowen?
Yes.
Mattson?
Yes.
Carlson?
Yes.
All right. Next up, Resolution 2026-4. This is contingency transfer for 2025.
Motion to approve resolution 2026-4 contingency transfer for 2025.
Second?
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. Carlson?
Yes.
Mattson?
Yes.
Bowen?
Yes.
Keel?
Yes.
Horacek?
Yes.
Schilling?
Yes.
All right. Going to jump down to report. First up, we have fire department report, and we have two of them here. We'll let Brian start. I don't think we made a public announcement about Brian. So,
Well, it is now, so.
okay.
Well, good evening, Mayor, Council. Standing before you today, letting you know that I have retired as Chief of Hartford Fire. Just want to express my thanks over the years, working with various council, various mayors throughout. The city staff has been great to work with throughout all this time, and just want to express my appreciation to you guys and what you continue to do for Hartford Fire. Leaving you in great hands. Tondo's taking over with Chief. He will be doing a phenomenal job for us, and look forward to seeing what he has to bring to the department. So, thank you.
Well, thank you, Brian, for your time and service, and you're hanging around, right? You're
I'm hanging
not,
around, yeah. I just get to switch hats.
and they're heavy. Those hats are heavy.
So with that, thank you guys.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. All right, then we'll have Todd come up and, Todd, you can maybe give a little introduction, so everybody knows, I think maybe they know you, but.
Most all, there's a couple that they may not have met me before, but anyhow, welcome. Thank you for the opportunity to serve Hartford in another capacity. I've actually served both city, county, and state for over 40 years now. I've been a history of public service, worn multiple hats underneath the Department of Public Safety in both emergency management. Retired out of the city of Sioux Falls Fire and Rescue. Was out of the training program manager out of there, and worked on with several projects as far as emergency response for the state of South Dakota. So, my name is Todd Lowe. Born and raised in Hartford. Served on boards with several of you, mostly through the church with that, but Like I said, I've been involved with the Hartford Fire Department since 1985, I believe, is when I first started. Although I suspect that I responded to my first fire call when I was 16 or 17 when Mom and Dad's house roof started on fire, so I think I went to that. What's that?
Were you playing with?
No, fireplace on top of the roof and shingles. Got a new bedroom out of it though.
Yeah.
But happy to serve you and happy to be involved again with lead the fire department in our community. So did you get my updated with the list of? We tried like several times, but I'll just submit this right here before I do. But that's just, all it is just the new officers. That was the only change that I had to that.
Teresa, you can send that out with your
Yep,
update.
once
She'll
he's
send
done,
that
I'll
out.
scan and
Yeah,
send it
so we
tomorrow.
have
to you.
that.
But otherwise, Brian kind of just informed me what is expected normally. If there's anything different than that, please let me know. Otherwise, just a general report, we responded to 29 calls, and this is for the reporting period of December. 12 of those calls within the city of Hartford. With regular training as scheduled, EMS, we had oxygenation, toxicology, and immunological. Easier said, sure glad it was
$5. That is a $5.
Graduate, but, and then fire SCBA confidence was our training for that. If there's anything additional that you would like to see in your report, then I do plan on probably, providing that, whatever your needs. Do you
Yeah.
have any questions for myself?
If the council will indulge me, I got about a 2-minute Todd Lowe story. Shortly after I became mayor, you maybe remember this was back in 22, Jeremy Menning had resigned and I became mayor, and they were having their training down at the fire hall for emergency. And Todd, I think I called one of you two, and you said, yeah, maybe it wouldn't hurt for you to go. And it was in April, and the next month we had the derecho, remember that?
Yep.
And I thought, man, I don't know that I signed up for this deal. So I called Todd, because that was the protocol, call and check in. He seen that it was me calling him before I could even say anything. Okay, here's what's going on. The generators are running. We got trucks here. We got people doing it. And I'm thinking, this is pretty cool. This is how the big city mayors operate. And then I had to have my neighbors come over and range my garage door because our power was out so I could get my truck out. And then I didn't even get my truck out. I rode with Travis.
Yeah, I'd have to drive around.
So it was, I will say, timing is sometimes everything. And it was really helpful that we'd had that training, because it just gave me that little bit of a glimpse of what are the things, and I talked with Craig, and we had, you can imagine, that was a full-born 5-alarm fire, basically, without the fire. And it was really good to know that we have people that are in place that know what they're doing and take care of that stuff.
I appreciate that support.
Yeah.
I've had pretty extensive experience in emergency management. At Dakota Dunes, when G1 or Governor 2L2 has your phone and they ask what you can do, and they say, yeah, it would be nice if we would stop weighing our trucks on the weight scale so we can get as much as we can to the Dakota Dunes as fast as possible, and they have to stop for weigh-ins all the time. And it's kind of nice to have that contact or that connection where they say, let's let them through. So
Yeah.
appreciate the opportunity to serve, and just look forward to, number will be there. Feel free to call me.
All right.
Questions?
Any questions for Todd?
I do, being in the department, what's on your wish list, and what do you think is, what's your favorite thing about the department? Are we all up to date on certain thing, or? But what
That's
was
okay.
your wish list too? Is it more staff, or?
Interestingly enough, being involved with the organization for 40-plus years now,
Sure.
and just it was in good hands. And predecessors before me, we've had a lot of great fire chiefs, and we're progressive. We're moving forward. One of the things that's I think is interesting is the change of the environment. We are experiencing big city problems, big city challenges when it comes to just emergency response as a whole. So I aim to just keep you informed of that. As far as strategies go, it's just managing and leading our people to provide you with the best EMS and fire response that we can provide. So,
That's good.
yeah, too early to establish any goals of brand. We're just working forward, and I appreciate the opportunity, so.
Oh, he'll come and ask for the truck in a while.
Need trucks.
Always need trucks.
Yeah, always need trucks.
Right. Well, good enough. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Brian, again for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service, and
Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot.
shoot that past me. All right, let's move down to Kyle's report, building inspector, code enforcement.
Any questions for me?
Any dogs running wild?
Just one.
Oh.
Been handled.
How many building permits did we, new house building permits did we do in 2025?
We're down.
I meant to call and ask that question today, but I didn't, so, sorry.
City pop quiz.
Yeah, and I think you actually bring up a good point, because I know that Sioux Falls obviously does this on a commercial thing, and they do this maybe quarterly. Obviously, they're in a different game, but I think it is kind of nice where they lay out, hey, last year at this time, we had 800 million. You know, I think it would be nice, and it's probably in a report, I'm sure there's a
You
report.
get the building permit reports every month.
Okay,
in the
yeah,
box.
and that
Residential
compares and
commercial.
contrasts with
And I put
years.
the
and-
year-end ones in there too.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what
I
I'm
knew
just
that was the
looking at now.
answer.
So basically, this year, we had 32 single-family homes. Oh, sorry, I look at 2020, another page. 2025, we had 9 single-family homes. And like I said, 2020, we had 32, 21, 21, we had 21, 22, we had 13, 23, 17. It's been declining. But I will say, I get the Home Builders Association
Yeah.
magazine. All the cities are down as
Yeah.
well, and I think it's just a reflection of the economy, basically, because, I mean, obviously Brandon, Teen Harrisburg, they got bigger numbers than us, but they've gone down 2 every year as well, so, you know, maybe in proportion, it's kind of the same, so.
Could you put those 10 years together and maybe put it in the one,
It's in your
or we
box.
have it all the 10 years are there?
I have, you got every year, and then you've got the year end that shows all the years that I'm looking
Okay,
at.
got it, okay.
So, no, you should have
I
that.
figured it was,
It's in the box.
I bet it'll be up this year.
yeah.
I think,
I think it will.
definitely think you're right on that.
All right,
I mean, let's hope it can't go down.
Yeah.
any other questions or comments for Kyle? Thank you, Kyle. We'll move on to the most exciting part of the night. Don't even have to say who it is anymore. Engineer report.
Good evening, everyone. Report is in front of you. Not much to update this evening, unfortunately. Sorry to disappoint. One thing I will note is I did provide the final water model report to Teresa earlier today, so I anticipate that'll be provided to you in the box for your review and then adoption review at the next meeting, perhaps. So, aside from that, nothing else to update. Happy to answer any questions that have come up over the past couple of weeks.
I noticed Justin had fired off an email that we're trying to get information from the state on our TAP grant, and it seems like we're lagging, or
They've
something
been
we're
slow
missing, or are they
all-
just, that's on their end?
Yes.
Man,
They've been very slow to respond, I think, all along, the whole way.
I mean, that, I look back at the string, and that goes back to last fall, we were asking questions and we haven't got an answer.
Yeah, it's in their court right now.
That was one. Two, that we should probably put out there on the radar, we've had just brief discussion about Kelly Point, or Kelly Avenue, what we want to do.
Yep.
I think we need to probably, one of the next couple meetings, at least get it on, maybe get it on the agenda. Let's come up with a plan. If it's going to be me, we talked briefly that maybe we throw out a letter to the citizens and just have them.
Yeah, I guess, I think I kind of put in my update, kind of start thinking, do
Yeah.
we want to actually invite them to another council meeting and
Yeah.
use the time there, or do we think it'd be more productive of having a separate meeting, you know, to invite them to. And
Yeah.
obviously, we can't have a quorum to that, but have, you know, mayor and board people present and do that initial kind of thoughts and see where that leads us. I mean, so.
I ran into Scott and he asked, you have a plan B, right? And I said, we haven't
We
even
haven't
talked
talked
about
about
it.
it.
No, no, we haven't talked.
Well, really, because my opinion, we were left that night with, none of them want to, they don't want to make that decision because they don't want to either incur the expense on themselves or incur it on the city. I mean, it's going to be a tough, and we know that. I think we knew that going in, but I think we got to probably get that back up on the,
Yeah.
We gotta decide
As we left
something.
it, we said we'd revisit it
Right.
after the first
Yep.
of the year here, and so, yeah, kind of be thinking, do we, yeah, maybe those two options, do we want to put on an agenda, invite them all again, or?
right.
like, would it
Personally,
be more
I think it would
productive?
be a different meeting without the formality of the council meeting might be nice, so people can,
I say, maybe a little more free-flowing conversation.
That
if
could be
you
right.
Had just their own meeting.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking, anyway.
Yep.
They kind of seem to go better. They ask
Right.
more questions and
Yep.
stuff, and, yeah,
I know some of them, when we had exhibits up there, and then had somebody standing by each exhibit to explain
Yeah.
that exhibit.
That would be good.
Worked good because people mingled more that
Right.
way.
Yep.
right, yeah.
I
And
agree.
it seems more productive.
Yeah, I think we need to look at that. That's something we should probably get on the radar here pretty quick. All right? Any other questions for Michael? All right, thank you, Michael. We will move over to Craig's report.
Just a couple of changes in my report. The DM hours for December have been filled out and sent in today, so them are all completed. And just for your information, at the future facility, or the wastewater plant, we went back to weekly meetings just to try to get some of this punch list stuff moving and getting things done. So we had both rooftop units right now for the heating are down, so we are working on trying to get people there to get them fixed and going. So it's stuff like that that we're trying to keep on top of them and keep things moving, so.
If those are down, is there some hanging unit heaters or?
We do have there's two resonators in the bay, so we actually left the doors open to the rest of the rooms so we keep about 50 degrees.
Right, yeah.
So we are keeping everything from freezing and
Sure.
everything like that.
could get tougher.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, it's
Could
supposed,
get tougher
Oh,
soon.
Yeah, it's
They're
supposed-
supposed to be there tomorrow morning, and in the emails back and forth, if they can't get them fixed, they need to bring some temporary heat on or something like that.
Yeah.
Keep things moving.
Negative 30 or 40 or something by Friday.
It's gonna be cold. Yep.
yeah. Wow.
That's all I got. unless
All right, any questions for Craig? All right, thank you very much. We'll move down to Karen's report, Finance Officer.
Reports in the packet. Don't really have anything to add, or no changes.
It's nice to see our first, second, third penny aren't as far off the mark as they've looked at different times throughout the year, so that's nice.
I seen the SMGA report for all of the cities, and we were lagging a little more than,
On the tax side?
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you catch that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've been up, last year we were up at different times when other cities were down and.
Yeah. It flows.
Yeah.
There's no doubt it flows, so. But,
I know this is a small item, but, you know, these bills, I did notice that the city employees that do return things, you know, they just don't go and buy stuff.
they do, there are some
There's
return
some credits in there.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's nice.
I mean, that just speaks highly to your staff
Yep.
and bookkeeping there, so, thank you.
Yeah, that's good. The switch over all good? We good with the bank switch?
I haven't heard
Okay.
anything
So that must be good
We're in the
then.
process.
in the
of-
process. Yeah, we signed the paperwork, and
Okay,
I've not heard since, but I'm assuming they're working on it.
good enough. All right, any questions for Karen? All right, let's move to Teresa's report, City Administrator.
I don't have much for updates either than what's in my report. You probably noticed we did hire one person for part-time snow removal help, so if we need an extra body, we have it. They do have a CDL, so the wage study, still waiting for that. Supposed to have had it to me last week. Still waiting, so I'm hoping I emailed her again this morning saying, hey, I still don't have it. And said she'll get it to me here shortly, so hopefully we'll have it by our next meeting. And then just a couple updates, cybersecurity assessment, as you know, Homeland Security came in and kind of did a review with us, and they'll be sending out a report to me with suggested improvements that we can do or changes we can be made. And then we actually have DSU, who they work in conjunction together, coming out in February here to do a on-site security assessment. They kind of do more of the hacking into the computer, seeing if they can get into our system, you know, from the back door. They kind of do kind of the technical stuff on that. Homeland Security was just a bunch of questions of what we're doing, what kind of backups we have, and that kind of different stuff. So, like I said, DSU will be here out in February, and we'll get a report from them as well to see what the suggested changes are, or improvements if needed, you know, whatnot. And then I just noted that me, Arden, Craig, ISG, we had the deputy here, the Safe Streets grant that we have, we did have an initial meeting with the engineers that are conducting that study. Basically just kind of had to sit down with them, kind of talked about the different areas that we see, maybe different traffic problem areas, or, you know, maybe kind of hazards and that. And so I gave them all that information. They're going to take that. They're going to do their traffic reports and their studies, and like I said, it's an ongoing process. They're going to have some public meetings too, some open houses, so when those are, I'll let you guys know. But they're going to get public input and then proceed from there. I think they would like to have this complete by June, I believe they said, wasn't it? And so it's going to be kind of a quick study there, but hopefully we'll get and like I said, when it's all said and done, this is a study that we can use to help apply for grants going forward. So a lot of the grants are requiring studies like this now, so this would be a good thing to have in our back pocket. So.
How long does the study stay good for? Like,
oh, I mean, it all depends. I mean, obviously, as you grow and traffic patterns change and numbers increase, I mean, there's always some changes, but I think if you can, within the next 5 years, probably you could, you know, don't you think that's kind of a viable period for a study?
I'd say at least 5 years. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the locations that we identified were along the major thoroughfares.
Right.
And I don't,
But we talk safe routes, we talk sidewalks, we
Correct.
talk, I mean, we covered
Future
that.
developments.
Yeah,
something-
Man, we
kind of give
covered
them all
a
that, where we
plethora
see.
of topics. It was really, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was really good.
Good conversation with them, so,
I think the public meeting will be, if people will show up, it'll really be helpful
yeah,
to get some input, and see what people think.
right.
Because really, and we've talked about it several times, when we start down that path and go toward, are we gonna change our ordinances? What are we gonna require? Are we gonna have people fix their stuff? How are we gonna do this? And how are we gonna implement it? I think that's a big step. It's gonna be a big step. And I want us to be very mindful as we move into that.
I think it'd be really good to get, I know we can't make anybody come, but even like the school, not just the superintendent, but maybe school board members, maybe
Yeah.
chamber,
Yep.
you know, other businesses, if we can kind of get a few more people on board with that type of a
Doing that,
project.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
might
I
be
agree.
interesting
So-
if
The
their
more
thoughts
support you
as
get,
well.
the better.
When we get to February, maybe we'll have to put out some private, or some, invites to people to see if we can't round up some
Like I said,
people.
they'll be coordinating at least 2, if not 3 public
Yeah.
meetings. So when we get those notices, we can, like I said, send them to the schools and to the chamber, just kind of help push it out more to, especially those focus groups, yeah. That'd be good. Fire department, yeah.
But as you guys know, that
Find
have
people.
you guys that have been sitting here for a while, as you know, when we start looking at some of these projects, I mean, man, they're big gorillas. If you look at Western Avenue, what do we want to do, or what do you want to do with Highway 38 running all the way through town? I mean, we got some thoroughfares that if you look at really doing it right and putting sidewalks on both sides and curb and gutter and all that stuff, man, that's a project. That is a
like the
project.
wastewater treatment plant looks small.
Holy,
I think really those thoroughfares is exactly, I mean, we need it, that's
Yeah.
all the way through, but
yeah,
that's where people walk there now, and
Yeah.
there's nothing there. Or-
I agree. I agree. Really, we really need to be looking all the way out to Swenson Park. How are we gonna get kids out there, get them to ride
And
their
then you look
bikes?
inside the city at all the places that don't have sidewalks.
Oh,
You know, I mean,
Oh,
Yes,
We've
that's
got
one
that
problem.
mapped.
yeah, I'm telling you, it goes,
I know.
it goes on for, I mean, that's a handful. So, yeah, that's a big project for Michelle and Daryl. Wait, look at how that worked out. All right, anything else, Teresa?
Nope, unless you have
Any questions for Teresa? Thank you very much. Next up, we're going to move to new business. First up, review, approve contracts with ELO CPA and Associates. This is for our 2025 annual report and audit. This is the same company we've used. They did go up a little bit, it looks like.
Yep, and we always know every year they're gonna go up, so we do plan that in budget. The difference between both of them, what we budgeted and what they went up, there's enough in budget to cover it, so we do have that figured into budget for both the audits. And once again, because of the wastewater treatment facility, we have to have an 831 audit, so that price is higher, just like it was last year. You know, once we don't have that, and that's all tied to how many federal grants you get, the dollar amount. So once we don't have that, or if we don't have any large project going forward, that audit gets back down. There's just so many more requirements to audit, so.
Do we need these as separate motions?
They're two separate
Yep,
commitments,
okay.
so let's probably do it separate.
All right, let's, any action on the first one, the contract for the 2025 annual report?
I'll make a motion to approve, right? Approve the contract for the 2025 annual report with ELO CPA and Associates.
Second.
Any discussion?
Is this a report that I saw that it could be every 2 years, but you're gonna get it every year?
So the audit, so we're a second-class municipality, so we are required by law to have it every 2 years.
Right.
We do it every year. We've been doing that since I've been here for many, many years, even before that. I think it's very prudent to have one every year.
I think, yeah, you were seeing that in your notes.
I mean, it's a
So
cost,
there's
but
less
I
surprises, yeah.
think, like I said, it's prudent, sure, tax-free. I think it's worth it. Even on our end, it's, if there's questions about why we did something one way, when we're talking with the auditors, it's easier to remember a year back versus 2 year back. And if there's things that, auditors session we should change or whatnot, then maybe you know better,
Catch it sooner.
catch it
rather
sooner
than-
than later, exactly. So we only require 2 years, but we do it every year, and I think it's a good practice to keep doing.
All right, anything else on this first one on the annual report? If not, we'll vote. Carlson?
Yes.
Mattson?
Yes.
Bowen?
Yes.
Keel?
Yes.
Horacek?
Yes.
Mattson? Or no, not Mattson, Schilling. Gee whiz.
Yeah, it's so much alike.
You sit right next to each other.
It's hard, aren't
Sorry, that's okay.
Twins.
I haven't made a mistake at least for, well, just for a few minutes. Yeah, okay. All right, let's do the second one, contract for the 2025 audit.
Motion to approve the audit and engagement letter as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. We'll start on this end. Schilling.
Yes.
Horacek.
Yes.
Keel.
Yes.
Bowen.
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
Carlson.
Yes.
All right. Next up is discussion of the Windsor TIF. We've been talking about this for a while, and we're to the point where they are presenting their developer agreement. Eventually is on that list. Teresa, you want to give a little background?
Yeah, so, as you know, we've been working with the Windsor Group to do this TIF. We are at the last stages of it finally. Everything's gone through planning and zoning. It's now to you guys for final approval. We have to have final approval of their TIF plan, which you've seen previously, you know, that's that first document they showed us, and then approval of the development agreement, and that's new agreement that was put together by their attorney and then reviewed by our attorney. There's some back and forth with some language change, but I think we've settled on an agreement, which is what is in your packet for you. And I don't know if any of you know, this is Brenda Ass. She's with Tom's office. She doesn't come here very often, so she's a new face too. So she likes it. She works with Tom in his office. So they've done the review of it. So we need to, once we get those approved, if it gets approved tonight, that's our last step in moving the TIF forward. Before we do that, if you've seen on the agenda, we do have a resolution to correct a legal address in the TIF. So the original TIF plan that they submitted had an incorrect legal address because the original plat that they were going with had 3 lots in Block 2. The developer, through this process, changed their plat and only made it 2 lots in Block 2. Hence, what's filed at the county doesn't match the TIF plan, so that legal description needed to be corrected. That's why we have the resolution. We talked with the county and the state. Me and Karen's been emailing back and forth. We don't have to dissolve the TIF and redo it like we did the last time around. They said we just need to pass a new resolution with and this resolution we passed back when. Just a new resolution with the corrected legal in it. So that's the first action item, is to correct that legal. So all the documents match and they're all match with the county. And then we move on to reviewing the TIF plan and then the development agreement.
All right, let's deal with Resolution 2026-5, the correction of the legal address for TIF number 3 with Windsor Group.
I will make a motion to approve the Resolution 2026-5 to correct the legal address for TIF number 3 with the Windsor Group.
Second.
Any discussion on that? Hearing none, we'll vote. Carlson?
Yes.
Mattson?
Yes.
Bowen?
Yes.
Keel?
Yes.
Horacek?
Yes.
Shelley?
Yes.
All right, and then we're going to review, approve their final plan. So, for my information, this started out at like $1 million or $1.5 million or $1 million originally. And then when the arrangement for the the Windsor Group to do the second street, it changed the value and it went to a 3.2, right?
Yeah, they added about just a little over 2 million for Second Street.
Okay.
But as we've talked before, adding Second Street allows with the TIF plan, allows the developer to put it in, allows those TIF dollars to pay for that street versus the city having to at some point go find financing, put the street in, have debt issued against it, probably. So I think it's a win-win to have the developer do it and being able to pay it with TIF funds, so.
Question on that, will they put in streetlights as well with that? Or, Michael, maybe that's more of a question for you. I don't know if streetlights have to be on Second
Developers
Street.
usually put them in.
Right, they're putting them typically through Sioux Valley.
Okay.
They'll show them on the plan, Sioux Valley will come and install it.
Okay. So yeah, they're covering everything, the construction curb,
They're gonna
gutter,
have to
sidewalk.
comply with our design
Right.
standards.
We got a sidewalk on there, right, Michael?
Agreement.
Okay, making sure, we gotta have the sidewalk.
Don't come at us with no sidewalk.
If there's no
Give it
sidewalk,
back.
this ain't getting approved. It's funny, but it's true.
All right, anything else we need to know or discuss on their plan? It really, other than tying the two, really basically adding Second Street, tying the two sections together was really the big part of this, correct?
Correct, that was the biggest change, or the change from their initial, TIF request is they added Second Street at our request, and like I said, works for them, works for us, it's a good thing. The life of the TIF is still the 20 years, that's what it was originally proposed, so it didn't expand, the life any further. And One thing to note, they are waiving the discretionary formula. They say that in the TIF plan too, which is what we want them to do. And them plus anybody who buys the land waives it. And that's, as you guys know, gives them a break on taxes. Well, we don't want to give them a break. We want to generate as much tax increments as we can to get that TIF paid off. So, yeah, so that's all part of it.
All right, any action on approving the final TIF plan?
I will make a motion to approve the final TIF plan for the Windsor Group LLC.
Second.
Any more discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. Schilling.
Yes.
Horacek.
Yes.
Keel.
Yes.
Bowen.
Yes.
Mattson. Carlson.
Yes.
All right, and then the third piece is the development agreement.
And this is the first time you guys are looking at
Yep.
this. Like I said, it was drafted by their attorney, sent through our attorney with some wording back and forth. We're good on that.
Well, so I had a couple changes that I was gonna suggest, and it can just be done through the attorneys, but these, on the first page, they have these whereas that kind of explain things. And then I think it needs to then say, therefore the parties agree, and then the companies,
Where are you at, Brenda? Just-
on page 2, well, I think that's the first page, but yeah.
Does it have the graph on it?
No, so the,
Yeah.
Right after the title pages.
Got it.
yeah. So there's several whereases, and I think the last 3 whereases, instead of them being whereas, it should be therefore the parties agree, and the company will do the
Oh,
following.
that makes sense, because
Because a whereas isn't really a legally binding commitment. And that's where it addresses that the company agrees to apply for that discretionary tax abatement, so. Make sure it's.
So can that be, can we approve it with that stipulation, or how does that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
we can just agree to enter into that, and then we'll just.
Work out the,
Make that change with the
Okay.
attorney.
Because it still has to be signed, right? I mean, so we can
yeah.
agree to what we see today, understanding that some of this
Yeah.
verbiage has to be a little bit changed.
Yep.
I think
all right?
the motion be, if you're good with the development agreement in basic form, is make a motion to approve that with any amended changes from the city attorney. That'll probably cover it, right?
Yep.
Make a motion to approve the development agreement between the Windsor Group LLC and City of Hartford, including any suggested amendments by city attorney.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. Carlson.
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
Bowen.
Yes.
Keel.
Yes.
Horacek.
Yes.
Schilling.
Yes.
All right? Next up, we have some mayoral appointments. At this time of the year, we have to make. We have 3 individuals on P and Z. Oops, sorry, hold on, I stopped here too quick. I got a lot of paper here. Sorry. Can't wait till I get a new mouse.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah, there's
I'm-
a lot. There you go.
There we go, I made it. All right, so we had 2 individuals whose terms were up that have agreed to another term, that is Mark Anderson and Brad Miles. We have a new individual that is going to take the spot that was presently held by Troy Jackson, who decided to step off the board at the end of the year. That is Joe Wheely. He lives up behind Coffee Cup, up in the Costello area. I've had a few great conversations with him. I think he'll be a nice addition to our board. So I would ask for approval of those 3 appointments to the P and Z.
Make a motion to approve Mark Anderson, Brad Miles, and Joe Wheelie to the P and Z Board for 2026 to 2027.
Second?
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. Schilling.
Yes.
Horacek.
Yes.
Keel.
Yes.
Bowen.
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
Carlson.
Yes.
And then the last item there is, oh no, 2 items. The next one is to approve our folks for the Park and Rec Board, and Councilman Carlson graciously volunteered to take the spot from the city council rep, and Craig, I don't know if he volunteered, he's gonna take the spot from the city staff. How's that sound? He got told and tiered, or whatever they called it. Voluntold. So I'd ask for approval of those 2 appointments.
I'd make a motion to approve Keith Carlson as a city council representative and Craig Wagner as a staff representative to the Park and Rec Board for 2026.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. Schilling.
Yes.
Horacek.
Yes.
Keel.
Yes.
Bowen.
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
Carlson.
I always vote for myself, so good, yes.
Yeah, good. There you go.
And you do not have to abstain.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
you do too much damage, I can't vote, so.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just saying.
And the last item tonight, we're looking for approval to again advertise for our wastewater plant specialist. Craig, your 2 cents worth is that there's some positions out there we don't want to miss out if there's people looking to move. There's a few towns that got spots right now, so we want to get into the mix, if you will. I don't know if that's the right word from your.
We want to get a seat up at the table as quick as possible.
Yeah.
We were kind of waiting to get things more organized out there and have it ready to roll, but after seeing these other towns are
There's
advertising.
never a perfect time. I mean,
Right.
Now is the time.
Yep, yep. So I just asked for a motion to approve us to begin advertising again. Really, we're using the same criteria as we did last time.
Motion to approve advertising for the full-time wastewater plant specialist.
Second.
Any discussion?
Only one thing, this has nothing to do with
Yep.
the job description. I talked to Craig and Jesse a bit about the wastewater. I think one thing, if we do get a relocator, which there's a good chance that will probably be the case, I think we should be a little bit more aggressive on timing of moving here and not, so, I mean, understanding if someone's relocating, understanding that there's some time with that, but I would love, in a perfect world, if they're relocating, they accept the job and they're getting ready to move here, just so, yeah.
I know last time we talked about potentially offering relocation assistance, or I think we should really think about that creatively before we get in the point where we
Yeah,
have
that
a
could be
good
part of an
candidate.
offer if we get somebody.
Whether it's securing living arrangements, or just relocation with specifications that, they have to,
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
like almost like a retention.
It scared me when we
I
didn't
don't know if we can do
negotiate.
that. I don't know if the city can do, but, a lot of times we use retention agreements.
Like with a sign-on bonus, but you have to stay for a certain time. I mean,
Incentives
there's,
if they move here into town in so many
Right,
months.
so many, yep.
months is what scares me.
Well, 2.
Well,
It's hard to get.
Plurality of
it's
months
hard to
scares
find a
me.
place to live.
Yeah, it is.
There's not that much housing if they're gonna buy, at least, so.
All right. All right, anything else? We got a motion and a second? Hearing nothing else, we'll vote. Carlson?
Yes.
Mattson?
Yes.
Bowen?
yes.
Keel?
Yes.
Horacek?
Yes.
Schilling?
Yes.
Exec, I don't know, I don't know if we have anything for exec?
I don't have anything. Next time around.
If we have nothing for exec, go for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bang, put that one in the